everybody! So today I have a quick review. I went and saw the new live-action Disney film, The Finest Hours, and this is a film about the most daring rescue in the history of the Coast Guard that happened around the Nantucket area, I believe, in 1952. This movie stars Chris Pine, Holliday Grainger, Ben Affleck, and Ben Foster, and Eric Bana, and a number of other people. And it is directed by Craig Gillespie. And this is the kind of movie that if you like kind of cheesy inspirational movies, then you'll probably like this movie. I kind of joked that The Finest Hours is just that, fine. It's not a great movie, but I don't think it's like terrible either. It's kind of right in the middle there. It reminded me a lot of The 33 that was in the fall, which was also pretty cheesy, based on true story, and had some elements I didn't really like, but then had some good performances. They're both, I think, pretty similar. This is probably a little bit better in some ways. It's not as many sections that drag as in the 33, but they're very close. And so it just partly depends on what kind of movie you like. But this, Chris Pine plays this guy named Bernie, who is called on this crazy day to go and help Casey Affleck and the whole crew, that the ship has been literally split in half. And it's crazy because not only was there a ship split in half, but there were two ships split in half. And so they have to go out on this tiny boat and, face these crazy waves and crazy things. And there were a couple things that the really big special effects with the big waves and stuff, that worked really well. I thought that was really effective. I thought the performances were all good. Except for a couple bad accents. Eric Bana's accent is not very good. He plays General, or whatever it is in the Coast Guard, Clough, who's the presiding officer over Bernie, and who sends him out to go find these sailors who are stuck on this half of this boat. And I thought that he was fine. It's just the accent was not very good. I didn't really like Holliday Grainger who looks just like Abby Cornish to me. I thought she was Abby Cornish, but I didn't think she was, something about her just bugged me. I can't even put my finger on it, but she was just kind of grating and annoying. She annoyed me. She looks the part completely. She totally looks like that 1950s MGM star. But I don't know, something about her, she just annoyed me. I didn't like her. And I didn't think they need to keep going back to her. Like, stuff on the big boat with Casey Affleck really worked well. Like, he was just so, he almost seemed like he was in a different movie sometimes, because he was just so, detached and cool and collected under this crazy circumstance. And the things that he does in order to save their lives is so clever and smart and interesting that I found that really compelling. I think the parts that don't work, like I said, I didn't really like Holliday Grainger, the girlfriend. Big special effects work really well, but then the small special effects, like when it just shows two people on the small boat or two people on the big boat, it totally looks green screened really bad. That was hard. It just looked really cheesy. You could totally tell it was in a tank. And yeah, there's also some real inconsistencies. For instance, it's sometimes snowing and then it stops snowing, and the water is supposed to be in February and these people are completely drenched, and it's not until the very end that they seem cold at all, and they've been spending hours all completely wet. And so there were some things like that I felt didn't quite make sense. And there were all these things that they kept saying, oh, we can never do, and then they would do, and I would feel how did they do that? And so it was sort of, I don't know, didn't quite get there for me. It is inspirational. It's a true story. It's very heroic. It's kind of old-fashioned. It feels sort of like the movies from, say, the 80s or, the 70s that Disney would do. And sort of hokey acting, but, sort of a feel-good live-action sort of story. And like I said, it just depends on if you like that kind of thing. But it's not I'd say it's just fine. It's a fine movie. And so let me know what you think if you get a chance to see it. And put in the comment section, what is your favorite true life, heroic, inspirational kind of story like this? Thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you later. Bye.